Subscribe to Yulo for all your festival and weekend racing tips. Later in the week, be sure to check into our Yulo Weekender podcast on Spotify, where in Studio 11, Barney hosts Jay Seller, Katie or myself for some in-depth analysis of the big races coming up. It was a shame that the overnight rain blew out the first day of Fairyhouse's Easter meeting, and it's fingers crossed that day 2 goes ahead. It will have surely impacted on the ground, so that's the biggest factor for the selected races today. Over at Cork, there's a couple of nice contests where overnight rain might again be an issue. First up at Fairyhouse, mispronunciation can land a listed novice chase. Parag Roche's mare has form on heavy ground and is right at the bottom of the weights in this listed contest, so gets plenty from both Gavin Cromwell's Sprink de la Mare and Noel Mead's Jessie Evans. This pair are at the top end of the handicap, and that could be telling on this slower going. Henry de Bromhead's Jasco des Doms completes the shortlist, but mispronunciation can score under Mark Walsh. Sunday's nap is Ile Atlantique, lining up in the Willowwarm Gold Cup. There's been plenty of money down for Champ Keeley this week, and with Paul Townend aboard, he does look the stable first string. However, I'll be thinking that Ile Atlantique can knock the jolly and take this Grade 1, with the ground being in his favour. Of course, stablemate Spindleberry hasn't put a foot wrong since she went chasing, but this is a big step up in grade on just her third start over fences. Ile Atlantique won't be minding ground this deep, so he should have enough class to beat Champ Keeley and the Gordon Elliott pair of Firefox and Down Memory Lane. Our next best on Sunday is Asterion Forlonge, going to post in the Michael O'Sullivan chase. He was sent off closely matched in the betting with Hewick at Turles the last day, but couldn't stay with Shark Hanlon's Gelding, who went on to finish 8th in the Grand National. This looks a bit of an easier option, and with the step up in trip putting less emphasis on pace, Asterion Forlonge is the one to follow in my book, with stablemate Mr. Policeman returning from a long break and Field Door running again just 2 weeks after pulling up in the Grand National. Asterion Forlonge to get back on the winning thread for me. Earlier on at Cork, Joseph O'Brien can take the Bar 1 racing hurdle with Interlotto, who hasn't been seen for a while but can go well fresh. Competition is likely to be coming from Gordon Elliott's King of Kingsfield, 5th in the champion hurdle at Cheltenham the last day, and looks to have less to do here, while stablemate Field Do Dairies hasn't quite been as good this year, but these are the 3 to watch. Interlotto to take on King of Kingsfield, despite a gulf on official ratings between them. Back at Fairyhouse, I'm taking a chance on Philip Fenton's Lyndon Arden for the rated novice chase. He's 2 from 2 over fences, and given the change in conditions over this weekend, should cope better than some of his rivals here. There was plenty to like about the win at Limerick the last day, making smooth progress under Brian Hayes before taking things forward after 2 out. And I'm of the mind there was lots more to come as he won going away. Gordon Elliott's Lightkeeper is on a hat-trick, so is noted, while Henry de Bromhead's Coup de Shaver has to prove her fitness after a long break. Lyndon Arden to continue the good run and take this. Next up, Aurora Vega can win the Mare's Novice Hurdle. All the talk has been about the big Westerner this week, and she could well have won the Albert Bartlett at Cheltenham, but for a troubled passage. But I'm going with Aurora Vega. I'm of the opinion that we haven't seen the best of this daughter of Covega, and this is her chance to prove my hunch right, especially with very different conditions here than at Prestbury Park. Paul Townend takes the ride, so is preferred to Maureen, while Mark Walsh gets a leg up on Caroline Bamboo, who I also rate. Aurora Vega to finally come good for me at the expense of the big Westerner and Caroline Bamboo.